can't do anything in here, man.
This is a tough room for sitting.
But that uncomfortableness.
This is your guys' show home.
Yeah.
This is where you show everybody, and you're like, this is like in Arrested Development.
Yeah,
you're
the model house.
Yeah, this is a shit house.
Yeah, and we do have an Arrested Development dynamic where we just yell at each other.
Yeah, we yell at each other. We're all
schemes.
We're stupid.
Yeah.
I like it. I like you guys that you guys scheme.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a lot of schemes in the works.
Dalton is like a sitcom character. Like, y'all won't believe what I got into this week, man.
Oh, you guys need fucking live audience.
We're working on it.
If you guys can get those drops, that's all you need.
That'd be great.
Soundboard?
Yeah, like ooh.
But a soundboard of like sitcom
for
noises.
the many Loud Boys heartwarming moments.
Yeah, we get the Home Improvement live audience soundboard.
Yeah, just you guys killing on a joke that you know sucks.
Yeah.
Whenever the camera cuts to Dalton, there's like a huge applause.
Well, that means you have to have Dalton come in every episode.
Yeah.
Like a minute in.
Guys, I am learning Korean.
He does.
That's a good
Let the
idea.
Squid Games begin.
Just a pillowcase full of squids.
I did not watch the show. I assume it's a pillow fight, but with squids in the pillow.
Squid Game. It's sexual. They're Asian. It has to be sexual.
Yeah. That North Korean's a hottie in the show.
Kim Jong-un?
Yeah.
No. I think her name is...
I haven't watched it.
Byuk Park.
Bok Choy.
Bok Choy.
That's fucking made up.
No,
her name's not Bok Choy.
No.
I am a racist.
Because I was gonna walk away from this and go like, you know what I really like in Squid Game? Bok Choy.
You like Bok Choy?
No,
Just sit down.
The guy who's racist, but only because he
Yes.
There she is.
Oh,
Bok
young.
Choy.
Ho Yeon. Hold on, let me see if I can pronounce it. Ho Yeon Jung.
cream
nailed
of
it.
some young guys.
Cream of some young guy.
She's hot even when she's sweaty and tired.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love girls that look like they're gonna kill me.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
That's
yeah.
like a nice type.
At any moment might stick you.
Yeah.
Pull out a katana.
She's a bad bitch in the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
If y'all
looks
ain't-
evil.
If y'all ain't seen Squid Game, that's the baddest bitch in the show.
Yeah,
That's the baddest bitch. I got the baddest bitch in Squid Game.
Yeah. Well, because she's the defector. She's the one from North Korea.
How
so-
good is my life? I'm fucking the baddest bitch in Squid Game.
Man, I'm doing good. They call me the baddest bitch in Squid Game. I don't know. I don't know who's saying these things.
Yeah, man. She was like, I already dealt with all this in North Korea. This is child's play.
Those shows always, like foreign shows, always lose me when it's money that I don't know what it means.
Oh, yeah, like how much
Yeah.
is a yen, dude?
Yeah,
What
no,
is that shit?
So-
41 billion yen. I'm like, I don't know. Is that $40?
yeah, that's either a lot or nothing.
You know what?
It's like crazy.
As soon as the United States show brings up nickels, I'm out. I'm paper money. Give me in increments of
I
20,
think in the
50.
show,
I'm like a bank.
It's 45.6 billion won, which is roughly like $120 American.
Yeah, dude. Like the whole fucking point of
Oh
Squid Game.
yeah,
South Korea.
one won is equal to 0.00084
so
USD.
So if you survive, you can basically get like a dinner at Benihana in the States.
If the real fucking winner of Squid Game should be able to come to America and live a real life.
They go somewhere in there's a visa buried. Yeah. All that money. It's hard to believe that all that money is a Teach for America salary. It's just like 30.
Yeah, you will be teaching ESL at the Kumon Chinese Academy.
Have you ever been to the worst part of Houston? You're going to be teaching all the
You're
other
going to Haltom City, Texas to run a barbecue.
You always wonder that, like, these people who live in South Korea and it's all beautiful, you know, and then they're like, hey, we have to move to central Los Angeles to teach Korean.
Yeah.
And then they're like, this is way worse than where we were.
Yeah.
Damn.
When
I don't know.
When I dreamt of America, I didn't mean Fresno.
Dude, my mom's from Fresno.
Oh, really?
Shout out Fresno High
speaking.
School.
By the way,
Shout out Fresno.
we have Dan Soder on the show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know him from Billions and Squid Game.
Squid Game.
Squid Game.
I was one of the circles.
He read for Squid.
Yeah.
They call it Korean Billions.
Yeah.
but it's won.
It's very
so-
similar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, what power moves are going to be made in this show? I only watch shows now looking for power moves.
Yeah, the art of the deal.
I go, okay, and with tent fingers.
Yeah.
10 fingers.
That was a good move. That was a Billions move. There was a while, I lived with Mike Vecchione up until like July, but we lived together for 10 years.
Yeah.
And through the course of making Billions, we learned how to do Billions speak at each other. Where he would go, the water filter. You know, if you don't fill it, it empties. And then he'll give you a long speech about me not filling the water filter, but just doing it in Billions
It's
dialogue.
like intense eye contact kind of dialogue.
Just trying to power move me the whole time.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's fun. It's a fun rhythm to catch into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One time I saw you at New York Comedy Club, and the guys right in front of me were like, the guy from Billions.
Yeah,
it was cool. That's like an actual thing people.
Yeah, but they're never. A lot of them, most of the time, aren't comedy fans. They're just like they see a guy they've seen on TV.
It's
so
that's a good tourist show, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I have a question about the show though. So it's called Billions.
it's the sequel to Millions.
yeah,
It's called Billion. That's dollars, correct?
correct. That
Okay.
is not one.
Okay.
Billions won.
Billions won.
The U.S. version is $10.
Yeah. All these guys are banking around for mid-manager salaries. That really would ruin the show if it was one.
It's the manager in training at Enterprise Rent-A-Car.
Bobby Axelrod's worth about $600,000. That's it. But
Yeah.
8 billion won.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know money or anything about it. And the people that like Billions love money a lot.
A lot of
Actually,
Yeah.
it's a popular show, so there's a lot of people that like it. There's like, but the bros, the like Wall Street bros,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
that's their fucking.
That's their whole
That's
thing.
their WWE. The way I get hyped about wrestling, they get about financial drama.
Oh yeah. Speaking of Wall Street, I got something for you, Dan.
dude, a gift?
This is from
Is
all
it a
of us.
wolf?
That'd
Here,
be
this is
great.
my last one of these.
Hell yeah,
This is for you,
T-shirt,
brother.
Yeah, dude.
Fuck yeah,
Will you wear that on Billions?
Will you wear- yeah, I thought you could wear that on Billions.
dude, absolutely.
What if your character loved alt
look
right
at
podcasts?
They're like, Dan, we're gonna need you to change. It won't happen. And then the next time I see you guys, I go, hey, thanks for the shirt. They took my SAG card.
Yeah.
So
You
now I'm
like-
technically.
That's a fair
I thought
trade.
Dalton was going to be like, now where's my Billions shirt?
Yeah, now where's the you have any Showtime merch for me?
He doesn't even say anything. He just does the give it.
Yeah.
Give me
No,
something.
you like comic books, don't you?
Yeah, love
Yeah,
comic books.
so
So
you
the
know-
way, the way you did that's fucking awesome.
It's cool, right?
Yeah, and I love that you sent it out like you had it like packaged, right?
The posters I'm selling, I got them cut the same size as like a Silver Age comic.
Yeah, it's fucking badass.
So I bag and board them and ship them out that way.
If you want to know how good of a gift this is, Dan, I still don't have a T-shirt.
Really?
I gave you a poster. I gave you a poster.
I said T-shirt.
What size are you?
All right, we can do this after.
What?
I like
Okay.
this. I've never seen an inner podcast fight about their own merch.
Oh my god, dude!
Where you're like,
That's-
what the fuck? Where's my shit?
This whole
As I said,
show
it's very
is-
Arrested Development.
This show is just somebody cooks up a scheme and then everyone else is like, "What the fuck is
That's
this?"
so fun. You're gonna come in with action figures next
Oh,
week?
yeah. I got a plan.
Dude,
got an
would love it.
offshore
I would
plan.
I've always dreamt of making I grew up with the WWE Hasbro figures.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Like the little plastic guys, and I wanted Bonfire because there's 6 of us.
They can get like a 3D printer and make them.
I'm thinking
right?
the technology keeps getting
Yeah.
closer and closer to me making my own action figure.
I bet you
That's
could
really,
The future.
that's where it's all. That's,
Everyone else is making guns.
if I woke
You're
up
like-
as a 7-year-old on the couch, it would all make sense.
Yeah.
Dude, but like, imagine that. Like, oh, that's like everyone's goal is to have like an action figure of themselves at some
And their
point.
coworkers.
Yeah.
It always reminds me of Spaceballs. You know, when
Yeah.
he's playing with the
yeah.
figures. He's like, "Oh, you're such a man."
yeah.
Well,
Because
You know,
that's one of my favorite jokes in The 40-Year-Old Virgin when he's like, "You have this $6 million man's boss like action figure."
Yeah, dude. I was super into action figures when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So I think growing up, I was always like, dude, if I could get my own, that'd be bad.
What were your
That would be
go-to
cool.
action figures?
I think I went through phases, but it was like Ninja Turtles.
Fuck yeah, Ninja Turtles. Hell yeah.
WWE Hasbro, X-Men, starting lineups. And that was about it.
I was Ninja Turtles too.
Yeah.
And I was big on Spider-Man too.
Okay.
Because like he had all the cool villains.
Yeah, and he was. I loved the Ninja Turtles because they kept just throwing it out. It was clearly all just to take children's money.
Right.
Yeah.
It was all it was like they would introduce
Not like
characters.
adult action figures.
Yeah.
Those are just strictly for show.
Not like when you
Those
go
are
to a comic book
collectibles.
store and it's like, wow, this Deadpool costs $350.
Yeah.
You go, oh, an exoskeleton of the Terminator's 900.
Yeah.
Why? And
Pardon me, it's a collector's item.
Oh, a bust of Wolverine that I can put on my banister.
I got Mario dolls. Like I couldn't even call them action figures. They were
What were they like?
dolls.
Were they like stuffed?
They were like, yeah, stuffed plush Luigi. I still have it to this day.
All right.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah, that's more of a cuddle friend, you know,
I had
not more of a war toy.
Yeah.
I had a really cool.
Sorry,
You got to take that shit on the playground. It's got to survive
Yeah,
the
that's
playground.
Action, like my friends with action figures they were more masculine. I had my fucking dolls.
You go, guys, why don't we sit around and just hug?
You were a dull boy
Pokemon-
trying to be an action figure man.
Yeah. Why do
That's like
we have to fight with our Pokemon cards? Can't we just show them to each other?
Guys, just admire each other's cards. Dalton just wrote a country line. You just wrote a country song line.
A dull boy trying to be an action figure man.
I was just a dull boy. I'm being an action figure man.
Dalton gets about 5 of those off an episode where he's like, the Porky Pig's journey was a tough and tumultuous one. And it's like, that could have been a great fucking song, dude.
If Dalton was born 60 years prior, he'd be like a Grand Ole Opry story.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, that brings us to one of I sent Alex an email of topics. Let's pull up Jerry Reed. I've been really getting into Jerry Reed lately. Let's go ahead and watch the Jerry.
Is this
Reed.
real?
Yeah, the Jerry Reed clip.
What's that?
When he's singing Yeah, let's just go ahead and watch Amos Moses for a little bit.
I'm fine with that.
Do we have the video?
Yeah, dude.
Dalton, what are we doing?
This is kind of my thing now. I'm gonna start dressing like this.
It's all. I mean, I like it. It's country, Dad. Oh, you're gonna dress like
Are
him.
you really just trying to turn us into a reaction video?
All wants us to hear
already
this
do that on
music
the
for the
bonfire.
first
I thought
time.
you'd like explain why you pulled this up or have some commentary, but we're just watching it now.
I've been getting into Jerry Reed.
Well, Dalton, this is bonfire territory.
Okay,
Just
sorry.
Showing videos to bleed time. So let's get into it.
It's a fun song.
Yeah.
Self in the swamp. He hunted alligator for a living.
I'll be Big J.
Knock him in the head.
Yeah,
with a
man,
stone.
I'd fuck this guy if I was him.
All right, we can turn it off.
Pretty good.
I'll bet that guy's hanging a big dick.
Yeah. Oh my
Anyway.
God, I feel like let me go to commercial real quick.
Yeah.
You're watching the bonfire on Comedy Central.
That's a good Canaan.
Thanks, man.
That's a good fucking Canaan.
Canaan. I appreciate that.
Well, you want to go to the next topic? Alex, can you pull up the hot Israelis?
Is this real?
I sent some topics.
Why?
It's just the video again.
Dude, that could be the best.
No,
If you
I'm
just
fucking
keep playing the
around.
video. I mean, if they just kept being the video.
I did not put it past. He'd be like, all right, so they weren't going to bring up hot Israelis.
I
I'm
mean,
just gonna take a look.
she does have the clip
Of what?
of hot Israelis.
Really?
Yes.
Just doing what?
Hold on, I do, but all you did was send links without saying what links went
It's
to
the
what.
it's one of the TikTok links. It's hot IDF
my
soldiers
God.
on the West Bank.
Dude, that's so fucking funny.
Yeah.
You found hot Israeli soldiers.
Yeah. Me before I'm going to defend my country. I'll be a warrior. I'll kill terrorists. I'll have a weapon. I'll do something with meaning. Enjoy most of the time. What really happens? Look at her. She's sleepy with her rifle.
Wow.
I don't know why we're doing this.
I don't know.
You're just forcing us to watch TikTok.
I don't know, man.
All right, they won't click my links in the group chat. I'm going to pull it up on the
Coercing us,
podcast.
dude.
TikTok infects all of us.
Yeah.
Trying to get that TikTok
All right.
commission.
It really is.
We had a really good flow till this list of topics. I
Yeah,
feel
my
like.
bad.
Yeah.
Anyway, Dan, how have you been, man?
We have a great guest with probably a lot of stories and stuff. You're like, all right, Dalton's TikTok.
I like-
hour.
All right, you can turn.
All right, why is
you
this
can-
on still?
You can turn it
I
off.
was into Dalton's
What
new.
a train wreck.
I was into his new style.
What a horrible episode to debut your new segment. What is going on?
I'm scheming.
Alex, turn it
I'm
off.
scheming.
I like that he flipped
Jesus Christ,
Not
what
only
is
does
happening?
he, not only does he give you, he doesn't give you merch, your own merch.
Yeah.
But he just changes the format of the
Redirects
show
the show.
without consulting anybody.
He's a tough boss, but god damn it, we love
We've
him.
never had a guest where we have more to talk to him about, probably. And you're like, all right, we got to get
No,
some
don't like.
segments
I'm
going.
going to pull out all the stuff. Mr. Soder's going to come on here. He's going to see how we plotted every talking point, man.
Dalton is like, well, how do the good... let me watch some real-ass podcasts. They have topics and segments. Let's add that
Now,
together.
Mr. Soder, you ever scammed a Jewish person? Because I got a little bit of a scheme right now,
I can't
man.
afford a soundboard, but I will mimic the sounds right now.
How much money do you have in your pocket? Right now. I'm going to get Zach Amico in here right now.
Dalton Snake. Dalton Snake.
Alex, pull up Dalton Snake. Okay.
All right. Enough.
Anyway, Dan.
The thought of you sitting around Gas Digital mimicking every podcast is fucking great. Let's watch a scary movie.
All right,
we
y'all.
got?
Time to talk about MMA and libertarianism.
Yeah, all right, let's get in there.
Yeah. No, Dan, how have you been, man? We don't
good.
know each other really. We've talked in passing.
Yeah, I met you after Skanks at the stand, and then you guys are funny.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, you guys' podcast is very funny.
Oh, we really appreciate
thank
that.
you.
I've been a great admirer of Dan's for a long time. Even before I moved here, I was a fan. So this is awesome for me.
That just got the gun out of my mouth, my friend. You saved a fucking life, dude.
Yeah, man. It's fun when like new people come on the scene and they're funny.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, I think that's like
Not us, but someone else,
yeah.
maybe.
Oh, there's a new podcast coming out of Jersey.
yeah. The Smodcast.
I think there's like a lot of times you'll have like people come up that are new and stuff, and you know I think people are fake to them, and they're just like, hey, good job. But,
I can't stand that. I saw a lot of that over the weekend on Twitter, and I was just getting mad at all of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
you're still you guys are at that level where you can get very mad about people complimenting other people
I
on
get
Twitter.
so mad about it.
And it doesn't go away for a long time.
Yeah, I want to say the name right now.
Was it me? Is it me?
You want to
those
redact it?
Those please don't destroy guys on SNL. I like hate that. Sorry, Dan. I don't mean to bring you into
I don't
this.
care.
But I just saw these comics pretending they liked that sketch, and I was like, well, what the? You guys don't like this.
Yeah,
Like, I swear they didn't like
I know
it.
what sketch
Did you
you're
like
talking
the
about.
sketch?
I watched it. It made me laugh in the beginning, and then it was the same note I felt like over and over again.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it was horrible or anything, but I just felt everyone was like, just this.
I
It's
hate
like,
that. Anyone that tweets that should be kicked off Twitter for a
Yeah, they should get banned.
Except Dalton, you should just start doing that now.
I'm gonna.
This,
Yeah, I'll just.
this is the tweet.
Yeah.
And then
I'm
just
debuting
quote
my
random.
new style of tweeting.
Yeah. I'm willing to try anything. That's
Yeah.
the thing with me is it's like I'll leap into the void and come back.
You remind me of this dude that I worked with in Alaska. He was like our dock boss, and he always was like scheming. He always was like, but you're like a good version of him because he thought he was getting it over on everyone, and they were just terrible schemes.
Oh no, they're my schemes are terrible because I'm losing money on them.
Yeah, but they're hilarious.
Yeah.
His were like he was a true dumb person.
Okay.
Like he worked there and he owned a pizza shop. And at lunch one day, he's like, "We have a thing called the Monster. 5 pounds of meat. If you can eat it, it's free." I'm like, that's not a deal.
Right.
Because they're still out of 5 pounds of meat at the restaurant.
Yeah, you're going to be sick.
Yeah.
That's
gonna-
actually a thing in Texas.
I could probably eat 5
Like at
pounds
the
of
Big
meat.
Texan, they have the 72-ounce steak.
Yeah, but how much is 72 ounces? What's
I don't
that?
know. What's the ounces? That's
4
like
pounds. But you also have to eat all the potatoes.
It's 10
and-
won.
Really?
and shrimps.
I've never understood that shit.
I could do it.
But it's like
the
very
sides are what fill you
very
up, though.
few
You can eat like
people-
almost a ton of protein.
Well, it's like if you don't finish it, you get stuck with the bill, which is like I don't know how much it is in U.S. dollars, but it's like 3 billion won.
Only convert to won.
Yeah,
about $5.
Yeah,
Honestly, I want you to download an app that just converts, so you could do obscure prices like $77
Yeah.
and be like, "That's 300 million won."
You're at Katz's Hill, you're like, 5 million won for pastrami?
Learn it. Actually, learn the conversion.
I'm learning Korean so that I can act like an old Jewish man, but say things in Korean. so I can just,
instead of
Yeah,
Yiddish.
Yeah.
yeah, so I can complain.
5
in,
won. What do you want full won for? 3 won.
Yeah. Do you have any words yet?
Annyeong.
Okay.
That's hello. Kamsahamnida. means
So, but are
thank
you gonna start saying it like when you see a beautiful woman, or you gonna be like, "Oh, wow." You know?
Yeah. Annyeong.
Oh, no. I think that would be cool to learn like just cuss words or like complaining words in Mandarin or Korean.
Just enough to
Yeah.
sexually harass women.
Did you
Have you seen Dalton's catcalling? It's fucking next
they
level.
call that the Jewish Rosetta Stone when you only learn how to complain in another language.
When you only learn how to say racist things, it's the Roseanne Stone.
Yeah.
Yes.
I signed up and I can offend everybody now.
Yeah.
Dan, I like your shirt.
Thanks, dude.
Oh, what's
you-
going on with Josh Homme, huh? Isn't he like in the middle of a brutal?
He's going through a brutal divorce. That's why I bought more merch.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to send money into
I
his
was-
coffers
yeah, I
for his divorce.
I wasn't even thinking about that. Did you like Villains?
Yeah, I didn't like it obviously as much as Like Clockwork because I thought Like Clockwork was their best album of all time. But Villains I liked. There's a lot of songs I liked, and then I loved the Desert Sessions that came out.
Desert Sessions was cool,
Right
man.
before
Those
Volume
tracks
11
with,
and 12.
Matt Berry.
Yeah, there's
Those
a
are
lot of good
cool.
ones. They had the guys from Royal Blood. They had Billy Gibbons.
I think Les Claypool's on there.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
do a
Josh
lot of
Homme
cool
did
shit.
Eagles of Death Metal, right?
Yeah, he's the drummer in Eagles of Death.
I was like a
Metal.
big fan of them for some reason.
They're
Like,
cool.
Yeah.
I only knew Queens of Stone Age a little bit, like songs for
Caius.
Death, but
Caius is
Eagles
what's
of
up.
Death Metal I
Yeah.
got like really into. when I
That
was
whole
in high
desert
school.
scene is cool as shit, and the Rancho de la Luna and all that stuff. Yeah, that was like the stuff that I found when I was 19 that I was like, this is gonna be mine, and this is mine.
Yeah.
and then I
Yeah.
just bought T-shirts because I don't know. Everyone's like, it's weird to see shit get back in fashion, like kids wearing Nirvana shirts.
Yeah.
Oh
And
yeah.
I'm like, I don't think you knew them, but all right, it's cool that it's still going.
Nirvana's still huge. Yeah, when I was growing up, like on radio, they played Nirvana a ton.
Did you ever go through Dallas like 5 years ago? Ever?
Yeah, hyenas.
Hyenas.
Yeah.
Did you ever meet the child comedian?
No, but man, man. There's something about children comedians. It gives me the willies.
It's wild.
It gives me the willies.
I'm not gonna say her name, but
it's child abuse.
It's
Yeah.
child abuse.
It's always the
abso-
parents
and by
writing
the
their
way-
act.
Always.
By the way,
always.
at this point, I don't think she's a child now. She has to be an adult at this point.
Yeah.
But it was like her dad was a nice enough guy, but he was clearly like pushing her out there and trying to live through her.
Yeah.
How old was she
And
when? Because you started. Dallas, right?
she had been doing it since she was like 8.
Oh, Jesus.
And so I met her when she was 13. So she was a
she's
grizzled.
hard.
yeah, dude. She was like,
smoking cigarettes.
Yeah.
And she goes, "Oh, really? Does April still book that?" Oh, okay. She goes, "I'm going to Odessa for a one-nighter."
I met Ron White, piece of shit.
Don't meet your heroes, kid. She's 13.
yeah, let me tell you, this business will eat you alive.
Barney's a total asshole.
Yeah. That's so funny. She
Yeah,
goes,
I just did another tribble run.
I had a kid. I started in high school, and in my crew, there was another kid that I started with. Like, he was a freshman. I was like a junior, but he's like a freshman. He's like a really cute, like, freshman. Like, all of his stuff was like, like homework, algebra, past my bedtime, all that shit. And
that was like me and Pete Davidson. When I first met Pete, he was like,
yeah.
"I like SpongeBob." And everyone's like, Lauren Michaels was like, "That was genius."
I hate when Nick at Night comes
wait,
on.
I did want to finish because the thing about the child comedian is like, so she had merch and her shirts.
Dude, I honestly think I would rather hear about a kid getting hit. I think I would rather hear you be like, and her dad would close fist punch her in the face, and I'd be like, that is terrible.
Even worse, her shirts.
So y'all are gonna catch me after the show.
Yes, and her shirts were it was the Nirvana smiley face, but it was her name, so it was the Nirvana style
She
logo.
just fucking, she's a hack.
Her dad,
But it was
clearly
instead of a smiley
fucking-
face, it was a kitty cat.
Who's this unoriginal 13-year-old?
Yeah.
She's just fucking.
Try innovating loser.
Yeah.
And
It should be illegal for fucking children to do stand-up comedy.
well, I
until, like,
remember at one
18.
point her dad took her to L.A. to like try and make it.
Yeah.
And then like 2 years later, they were back in Dallas, and he was like, "Yeah, it really didn't work out."
Guess what? There's a lot of child actors
Yeah.
in LA. Who knew?
Parents there are letting them do way worse stuff.
Yeah, it turns out it's the Florida Project.
All the fucking agents like, oh, she just does stand-up. She won't blow me.
yeah.
I don't think you understand. I run a child pornography ring, and her being silly simply won't fit in.
That's not enough to make. That's not enough to make her an X-Men. Sorry.
Well, that was the thing that always creeped me out. I mean, everybody's gonna know who I'm talking about when I say this, but she had a thing that went viral for a minute, and it got her all this attention, and it was her big joke, which was like, online dating is tough. Every time I meet someone new, they end up in jail.
Hell yeah, I know
And
that
it-
fucking
Yeah.
kid.
Yeah,
and you
that's
fucked her?
Yeah.
I remember that. I think I remember that. I remember even at the time, everyone was like, the parents wrote that. Absolutely.
I don't even think it was because her dad is so unfunny. I think it was like some other comedian.
Do you think a guy just had it and was like, "Hey,
It's
Dude, it was so fucking weird to see what was happening at that time because there were people trying to ride this kid's coattails and were like writing jokes for her, and I'm like, the fuck is going on?
Well, it's funny. Like my parents like sent me that. I was like, "Hey, have you seen this?" It's like, why the fuck would I watch that? Why
Yeah.
would I seek that kind of
Goddamn.
shit out?
And I had to see her every open mic.
Really?
It's like what?
did you see her change when it went viral? Were you around for that?
I
Did you see it go viral and her walk in and be like sunglasses on and a boa?
I do
What's up,
remember.
losers?
I do remember when it started getting to her, and this is one of the.
Guess who just got her first million views?
No.
And
Yeah.
her first period.
Yeah.
Oh, God damn it. No. I don't want to hear this.
No, I do remember something she said to me that actually was, I think, like when she was starting to really get sick of it, because I remember I was at a
Just an over it 13-year-old?
Yeah, 'cause
They're already over it.
I was at a comedy club one night, and her and her dad were there, and I bump into them, and I'm trying to be nice, and her dad walks away, and I'm just stuck talking to her, and she just goes, you don't have to pretend like you want to talk to me. And I go, what? And she goes, you don't have to talk to me. And I was like, thank you, and just walked away.
What a good moment,
yeah,
though.
yeah.
How
Yeah.
what a surprisingly insightful 13-year-old.
Yeah,
but she probably didn't want to talk to you
No,
either.
no, but
Hey,
it's
Dalton, do you ever feel like this game is just a Rat race?
Yeah, I mean,
This is a Squid Game.
I seriously
I
think
can't believe she
that's.
friend zoned you like that.
I know, right? It really hurt.
She goes, I love you, but like a brother.
No,
Yeah,
it really was like she had gotten to the point of being over it all. By the time she was like 14, she was like, I'm out of show business.
It's exactly what we were riffing. That's just what
But
happened.
it's probably
yeah.
better that she's like over it before she's like 18. Cause like, could you imagine like you start as like a fucking 13-year-old? You're in like your 20s. Because in your 20s,
That's gotta fuck up your goddamn.
that changes
Oh,
everything.
yeah.
Because like up until then, you were like, I'm a kid and I'm doing kid comedy. But then like you're a 20-something and other people are doing comedy at that age.
Yeah.
So you have all this experience, but you have nothing to talk about.
That's what fucked up my friend who I started with because he didn't do stand up that much, and then he did like another set when he was 20, and he was still using the kid material.
Oh, no.
yeah. You know, there's like, so my math teacher sucks.
They're like, what
And
the
he had
fuck's
like
wrong with this
He had
guy?
like a deep voice. Like, he talked like
He's like,
this.
you guys want to help me with my homework? Well, how often were you doing it in high school?
I only did it a few times in high school.
That's pretty fucking crazy.
yeah.
It is
Where
crazy.
was this in? Where was this?
Bay Area. It was at like Rooster Teeth Feathers.
No shit. So
Yeah.
you went down to where did you grow up in the Bay Area?
Like Menlo Park, Palo Alto.
Oh fuck yeah!
Yeah.
All right, cool.
And they had an open mic that was like really good. I did pretty well.
But you were around like a bunch of Stanford kids and shit. Were they ever at the open mics? Did you ever bump into like college? Because there's like San Jose State.
Yeah,
there's a lot of
everyone,
shit.
everyone was older than me at Roosters. Yeah.
Roosters, I felt like Roosters just kind of had like its own little fucking ecosystem of
Yes,
comics.
What's crazy
absolutely,
is-
they use a lot of the same people. It's funny when you go there now. I go there and I notice that guys are like, and the parking in San Jose, and everyone's like, yes. Like it's just like-
Finally.
it's like I'm local. I don't even get this specific of a local reference. You know?
Local references always work.
yeah.
And they always murder.
yeah.
Go to the Comedy Cellar any night, and you'll see so many great jokes about the MTA.
You know what?
my
Those
God.
jokes are pretty good. And everyone
What's
there's a
funny-
tourist, and so people they're like, and I'm waiting for the subway, and everyone's like, yes.
Oh, yeah,
Because here's the thing: local New York stereotypes are everywhere. Like everyone knows them.
But there was when I started, like, because I started in Arizona, but only for 2 years, and then I moved here, and I kind of like rebooted and like came up from the mics and stuff. So when I finally got the clubs and was working, and then finally like featuring and headlining, and I'd go on the road, I realized all my shit was like New York centric. Where I was like, then the train stops working, and everyone's like, yeah, we're in Indianapolis.
Yeah.
What do you want from us?
That was when I moved to LA after college. I just developed all this not quite local stuff, but all this like bullshit that only made like entertainers laugh.
Yeah.
Like I would, and then I go to other place and they'd be like, "Who the fuck is Mark Maron? Why are you doing a Mark Maron voice?"
It's funny because it's the same kind of like over it, not like over it, but like kind of worn out that the 13-year-old girl was. It's like comics in cities where you're like, what are you going to go to? West Hollywood? You're looking for a donut? And then everyone's like, I get it, but why are you so over it? You're burnt out?
Right? Yeah, exactly. Why do you look like you've lost all faith in what
I'm
you're
so
saying?
tired of being funny.
Yeah.
I'm so
That's
tired of
so-
people laughing at my jokes.
You see that, though.
I
You
know,
see
it's
guys start
wild.
doing that, and you're like, all right, well, then don't do that.
they
Shake it
just,
up,
I gotta
dude.
They
say-
just end up hating their audience.
Yeah.
I've seen more of that from, we've talked about this, the fucking headliners who aren't famous, like the ones that just do like random club circuits, sort
yeah,
of.
yeah.
Like
Oh,
they
the road
seem-
dogs?
Yeah, the road dogs. They seem the most burnt out when I've done like
Well,
guest sets
I
for them
mean
or
that
whatever.
because what happened was they got too wrapped up in drinking and partying and just like
It's the life lesson. It's
Yeah.
fun. It's like when I started at Laughs in Tucson, I would just watch the guys that come through, and you would see a guy fucking murder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then immediately you learn to be like, all right, what's his problem?
yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, he's
I-
a fucking booze bag.
I
You're
worked
like,
with a guy.
Yeah.
I worked with a guy in Dallas who was like one of the few guitar acts. I was like, this is really good.
Yeah.
Like he had an electric guitar on stage, and I was like, normally I hate
You
this.
see it at first, and you're like, what the?
Yeah.
And then it wins you over, and you're like,
Yeah. You might know. I mean,
I actually love musical
I'll
comedy.
just say his name. Do you know J.R. Brow?
no.
He's an Austin guy, and he was working Dallas one weekend. I was working with him, and he was like a really funny guy. Like it was obviously like all of his shit was like from the 80s. You know,
Yeah.
he's one of those guys, but he was like really funny. And then when I got to talking to him, it was like just booze bag.
Yeah.
Just
Well, you
degenerate alcoholic.
Yeah, because you see it and you're like, how is this guy? This guy's so fucking funny.
Yeah.
Right.
And then they're like, yeah, he owes everybody like $100,000. You're like,
Yeah.
Jesus
Oh my God.
Christ. You just find out
Yeah,
about these
yeah.
people. You're like, oh my God, what did he do? And you're like,
Yeah.
drugs.
But enough
all
about-
of the 80s.
But enough
Yeah.
about Gino Bisconti.
Dude, I've done gigs with Gino where I felt like when I woke up the next day, I'm like, are we in trouble?
no, buddy, the cops just want to talk to us.
Hey, just go to sleep. Yeah. It's I think that's like the thing you learn starting in a place like Texas or Arizona is you watch people you start on the road. So you see what
Yeah.
comes
Right.
through
Oh,
there.
I have a lot of gratitude for that time. Like I love my time that I spent.
I always wanted to be that actually.
Rob and
growing
I
up.
started in the Bay Area.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
like, I think that was beneficial. Like, you know,
Oh
it's
my God.
cut your teeth on like, you know, and like San Francisco was great for me to get started because like there was still like there was work to be had, but
Yeah.
eventually like, you hit like a level and it's like you can either be like the best comic at a local club or you move elsewhere.
Dude,
to
so
really,
many,
like,
we've
take
seen
it
so
up.
many guys who are really funny move here and then go back because they're like, well, I got way better spots at the punchline or
Exactly.
whatever. Yeah.
That's a dangerous trap.
It's
That's
a
why
gold shackle.
San Francisco
man.
is a trap.
But
I
but I think more than San Francisco, any city can be like that for a comic.
Mm-hmm.
If you get to a point where when you break through in your city, you can be like the local guy
Yeah.
for a little bit. Then you got to get the fuck out. Because then what happens is you get used to being the guy.
Yeah. Right.
And then you go to a city like LA or New York and they're like, or Chicago, and they're like, we don't give a fuck about you.
Right.
And
And
they're
that's like
but
hurts
I'm the
ego.
guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Like it's interesting watching people. The only person I've seen be the guy somewhere and then move here and it was Shane. Shane Gillis moved from Philly to New York, and you're like, oh yeah, he just stepped in and started murdering.
I'm the guy, dude.
He's like, whatever. Everyone else is gay, dude.
Everyone's fucking gay. Yeah, I remember when I had heard about Shane before he moved here, and then he moved here. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, of course he accelerated right to the
Yeah,
top.
but like I was so surprised because I left Tucson at the perfect moment where I was like, am I becoming the guy?
Yeah.
And then I was like, get the fuck out of here. And I got out of here and moved here and went to an open mic and was like, yeah, I suck ass.
Yeah.
I need to be better at this.
I think
Oh,
it's like
I never
yeah,
had a chance to become the guy.
I have never been the guy.
I was way
Joe
too.
was kind of
I was the guy.
You were
I
the
was
guy?
like, it's like when you start regularly headlining a lot of like the local shows.
Oh, that's so funny. I was talking about featuring. I was like, yeah. That's fuck, that's all.
But I mean, like,
that guy's more of a
featuring
guy
that-
than me. I thought I was
no,
the guy.
like featuring
I'm a
that,
doll
like,
man.
yeah.
You're an action figure guy.
To
But
you,
like,
I
yeah.
am but a boy, and you are but a guy.
Yeah.
But like, there's only so far you can go,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And eventually, it's like you should never try to like. Like, you shouldn't be like the funniest comic in the room consistently. You should always be.
You
like
should be
somebody-
scared.
Yeah, exactly. You need
You should
like,
be. I always think
I
that-
was always too like hard headed because I like the ways that comedy clubs exploit young comics.
Oh,
you know?
it is.
I never put up with it. I was very outspoken about it.
Really?
And I just never had a chance to
Well,
become
gay
the guy.
Yeah, because you're like, I don't want to do that stupid show, and everyone's like, dude, just
Dude, I was.
Yeah, it was like I'm not doing another one of Butch Lord's fucking bringer shows.
Yeah.
I'm not doing chores for the club.
I fucking wish I had that when I was
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, do you want to host this clear criminal activity where we're just stealing money for people to bring their friends?
Yeah.
And I was like, I would love. Do I get free drinks? I'd love to.
Yeah,
I know, dude.
I've done so many guest sets in clubs and just been like so thankful that they even put me up.
Yeah.
And they never paid me.
I
or
by the
whatever,
way,
yeah.
no, I am like that if it's like if it feels good. Like if
Yeah.
I'm like, am I getting something out of this creatively that is rewarding for me?
But that's smart. That's
Yeah.
always the way to be. Don't let you know what I mean. Like that's the mind frame you should have. Is like this is what I like doing, and this is what I want
Right.
to do, and it doesn't make me feel icky. Because
Yeah.
there was moments where I was just eating piles of shit, being like, "Is this okay?" And then
Well,
you're like,
by the
you
way,
get
that-
older, and you're like,
that's what I like about you is like because we don't know each other that well.
Yeah.
But the few times I've seen you go up here in the city and like interacted with you, you do have like a genuineness and a sincerity. Like you do.
Oh, thanks,
you
man.
care about this shit.
Yeah, I like it. I
'Cause
get very mad about. That's why I understand you getting mad on Twitter about people getting compliments and like with that fucking like child comedy and shit. I don't like when I don't take comedy too seriously, but I take it.
You can't.
I
can't
respect
ever,
it.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can't
I've
take
never
it too
seen you
seriously.
go up there and act like you didn't want to be up there.
I hate that.
Exactly.
Yeah, I
yes.
hate that
That's such
too.
bullshit.
Yeah, I
it's
want
such because in New York I would do. I mean, for the first 2.5 years I lived here, I did check spots.
Yeah.
that was like the only real club times I got, and you're just bombing.
Yeah, it's
you're just.
horrible.
I mean, Patrice watched me bomb. Patrice, Big J, David Tell, and Nate were all working stand up New York consistently. This was like when Nate was just got past at stand up New York. And I would go on in between the 5th and 6th comic when they dropped the checks, and you just fucking eat it.
I'm
You guys-
sure, yeah.
And they still have check spots, but
Yeah.
that was it consistently
They're
all
bad.
I got.
I will say I will do a check spot anytime.
I'll do
anywhere.
it too. I find the
But
degree of
what I
difficulty
don't
so hard.
What I don't
though.
like about it is the way some host will make a point to tell the audience
that you suck.
no,
This next guy is real.
hey, sorry about this
We're
next guy
dropping
coming
the
to
checks. We just need someone to talk while you figure out the math.
no.
You guys want
But
to hear some background?
by the
talk.
way, that is kind of what they do. They,
That is
they
what
go
they
like,
do.
"This is like a really tough thing to do, so just like try and pay attention."
Yeah.
and I'm like, "Why the fuck is that my introduction?"
My favorite is when they go, the show's over, but we have another guy.
They had fucking Mike Britt, who's one of my favorite comics and people in the world. He was always the best. When he would host at Stand Up New York, he'd go, "Man, I'm gonna take that I'm gonna take that first 2 minutes for you. And so they would drop the checks, and he'd be like talking while they dropped the checks, and then he would like the second wave of checks would be coming, and he'd be like, all right, guys, you guys ready for your next comedian? So they had the moment to like look at it and then look up, which I was always like, dude, that made the world of difference.
Yeah.
That's
Because
cool.
they're looking up when you go up on stage, and you're like, all right. You have to like go out there and be like, I got you. Stick with me. And then but
It's tough though because they're mad. They're looking at their.
They get
they're
ripped
doing
off.
math.
They realize how ripped off they got with the 2-drink minimum. They're like, oh, 2 drinks, that's fine.
Yeah,
But it's
let me speak to Rodney Dangerfield about these prices.
they think Rodney's still alive and he's upstairs.
Bud Lights cost $20.
Hey, what do you want? You got to see a guy that was on 2-drink minimum.
Damn, I got out Rodney.
He's like, hey, what did the guy in Times Square tell you? Well, Dane Cook couldn't be here tonight. And they hang up. The guy's just another guy.
It's called LOL Comedy Club, not Do Math Comedy Club.
Apparently, you've never been to
You're all right though.
Dude,
Wow, it's like watching Luke and Obi-Wan.
Yeah, I was literally trying to mimic Dan. I was like, this is a master class. This is a Rodney master class.
Damn, dude, yeah.
This is us on the top of the mountain doing swords together.
Ironically, I am giving you respect. Maybe that's the issue.
That's it. I'm getting too much respect and shutting down the voice.
I give so much respect.
Oh,
So much respect.
I'm willowing. I'm wilting. Yeah, it's like that's why I always think now when I see comics on stage be like, what do you guys want to talk about? You're like, dude.
Yeah.
Come
you
on.
didn't write you didn't write something. What do you guys want to
That
talk
especially
about?
makes me mad when I'm hanging out at a club because I'm like, I would kill to do that spot, and you're acting like you got out of bed and it bothered you to be there.
Yeah.
I can't stand that.
I also feel that way about headliners with weak features. When you see somebody where you're like, what are you doing?
Yeah, it's like they just
Black
got that feature
comedians.
spot.
yeah.
Is that do black headliners
Dude,
have
the
weak?
fucking Arlington Improv in Texas was a black club, and it would be like Bruce would come through, and he would specifically be like,
He'd ask for Bruce.
He would ask
one
for,
Bruce.
he would ask
I
for
want
Bruce.
solo Bruce.
Yeah,
Do not let 3 Bruce.
no, and he would ask the club. He would like, I need the 2 whitest people you have to open for me.
Oh, really?
Because it would sandbag. Like by the time Bruce got out, that whole audience was like, "Thank fucking Christ!"
We need a
it's
black.
Bruce."
Oh,
Yeah.
That's why Earthquake's opener is Tremor.
Yep.
Yeah. I hate it, but I also really enjoyed it.
That's my whole thing.
I thought it.
Now I'm getting it.
Yeah. My name.
It's that to do that and be like, I can't imagine calling Milwaukee this week and being like, who do you got? Who's a real dud?
Well, a friend of mine. That's how. I don't know if I should say his name.
Oh, I wouldn't. Just for your
we'll
own
say it.
personal
We'll get it in
comfort.
post.
Yeah.
I already said one.
Well, no, he's a good friend of mine, and he's aware that this is what's happening. But Eddie Griffin is like taking him to do like shows with him, and he's like, I'm the white guy. He's like, I'm Eddie's white guy.
Yeah,
But
you know
is he
what?
good? Does he do well though? At least.
Oh yeah, he does what?
That's
Because
it.
he's
See, there
like
you go.
kind
Then
of
who
a
cares?
wigger.
Right.
So yeah.
Well, my buddy Richie Redding opened for Katt Williams and would kill, and you're like, oh, you're Katt Williams' white guy.
Yeah.
Do
That's
not
pretty cool.
talk about Jacksonville.
16 minutes, baby. I'm doing it all on Jacksonville.
If you talk about how it's pimping, I'm gonna slit your throat.
You don't pimpin', I'm the pimp.
Just little angry pimp. Katt Williams is one of the greatest comedians of all time.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
fucking. Great.
He's
we
awesome.
have sung the praises of Katt
It's-
Williams
yeah.
many times on this show.
It's one of those things where I don't think enough people understand. They're
Well,
always like,
that's-
oh, he's the guy that went crazy. Like, no. He is funnier than 99% of it.
Well, we talk about that locomotive. He does that Jacksonville thing at the top of
16
that.
minutes.
It's fucking hilarious.
Kills and then
it's-
goes into a great special.
And it's like, yeah, exactly.
White people still keeping secrets.
He just does 16 minutes about bridges, and then all of a sudden he's like,
Sex robots is everywhere.
and you're
I
like,
got beat up by a child.
yeah.
I fought a 7th grader and I lost, baby.
He was on meth. That was the issue.
That's how funny Katt Williams is he lost a fight to a middle schooler, and his career isn't over.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
He's great. I mean, that's what
If I got beat up by an 8th grader, I'd be hanging in a fucking La Quinta Inn in Aurora.
that is how, dude. He walked the Oracle Arena in the Bay Area. Like, he
I love
had
it.
an arena. It's on YouTube if you want to watch it. But he people are slowly leaving. He walks
great.
it. It's on video. It's crazy.
That's so fucking great. They're like, I'd rather walk out into the streets of Oakland than
Not-
listen to Cat
listen to this
Bomb.
guy.
not even the highway of Oakland.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's also not a bad actor. He was in a couple episodes of Atlanta. He's pretty good.
He's good in it?
He's good in it.
Yeah, man. I always like that because I think, comedy got too popular, I think.
Oh yes.
So there's like people that are weighing in on comedy that you're like, you shouldn't be weighing in.
Dude,
on
I'm
this.
reading.
I don't know why
I'm reading all these
anybody-
Chappelle takes, and I've just come to realize I don't like how anybody writes about comedy.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
realize.
Also,
If
the
you-
thought
if-
that it's
yeah.
going to affect Chappelle.
Yeah, if you
Yeah, I
have,
know, right?
yeah, if you have your fucking gender pronouns
Yeah.
in your bio, I don't care about your opinion on comedy.
Yeah, with like, let me tell you how it really goes. But Chappelle, the thought that any of these think pieces are rocking the greatest comedian of all time.
Yeah.
Right.
Watch it only affect Neil Brennan's career.
Yeah, Neil's like, well, it's all coming down on me.
I mean, this
Dave,
could
just
be.
use the pronouns.
I need
please.
I need a fourth mic for pronouns.
This mic's where I say they them.
But Chappelle just being like, oh no, the Daily Beast came after me. I gotta change everything.
Yeah.
Just smoking a cigarette.
I mean, I've.
You guys want to talk about trans again?
These trans writers. That's just Katt Williams.
I mean, we're getting into all the very mushroomy stone thoughts I have when I'm laying in bed trying to wrap my head around culture.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
it's like,
We're doing
I have
black
thought
people.
about this so much since
Yeah.
that special came out. Like, why is this? It's like I knew this was gonna happen. Like Chappelle's special came out, and I saw it coming. Where it's like, okay, so there's gonna be all these articles that I don't really even want to read, but I'm gonna read them and then get upset.
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
I'm gonna react in some way. And it's like, okay, so I know that that's what's happening. Why
am I still
is that
reading
what's,
it and still getting upset?
yeah, why is that the way things are? Because I got into comedy to be a silly
Do you want to know what
Billy.
you know?
Yeah,
What, you know what
exactly.
upset me this time though? Like I kind of anticipate all like the review. Like of course, like it happened literally 2 years ago with the Sticks and Stones ones, but this time
Which is great.
Yeah,
I thought it was better than this one.
I love
joke wise.
I agree. But I also like that the Netflix guy was like, yeah, that was our #1 special like we've ever done. But this time they were like, there was a story that a trans person got fired because they tweeted about Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
And then the story when it came out later, it was because they crashed a meeting with 2 other people and had nothing to do really with the tweet.
That's very
But the
funny.
way the New York Times framed it was trans writer who criticized Chappelle gets suspended along with 3 other people.
Yeah.
And it's like, so everyone, and then Chappelle's the header, so everyone thinks it's because they tweeted about Chappelle, but it's because they crashed.
Fire them. I want you to fire that trans person. I want you to take away the health insurance. They shouldn't have it if they're crashing meetings. I'm very well thought out, man.
I mean, I do.
more 401.
If you were to, by the way, I don't.
You collect your things at your desk. I'm firing people.
Tell the Jews to get rid of them.
I'm a proponent of letting someone's work speak for itself. So I would say overall the hour is good. I would let it stay as is. If I were to look any deeper into it and try to interpret it in any way, I think he fucked that trans woman.
Yeah.
I think he's trans.
Yeah, or he's trans.
That's my
One of
theory.
those
What a
two.
reveal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
That's the new
trans.
one. He comes back.
That's why he didn't
Yeah.
want to wear the dress.
Yeah, he's like,
It's been a thing.
I look too beautiful.
I'm stunning. I'm a stunning woman.
I'm a bad bitch.
Yeah, I'm a Squid Game bitch.
Oh, that brings us to our next topic. Alex, can you pull up the Lizzo pictures? Anyway,
Yeah.
so
I'm
let's.
trying to think of something. I'm trying to think of a joke. Hold on, get back to me on this.
all right. I'd like to check back in.
Yeah, check back in.
Come back in, circle back around. in
Yeah,
about
it's like
5 minutes.
I'm leaving Chekhov's punchline.
Oh yeah, Schrodinger's joke.
Yeah.
It is and isn't funny at the same time.
Yeah. I'm Rick Jill, bitch.
Oh, all right.
Yeah,
I like
see,
it.
there you go.
it is.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
It was like the spaghetti incident. We waited a long time for it.
Yeah,
And we're like,
and it's like, oh, that paid off a little bit.
yeah.
Yeah. So the
No, that's
the,
not. It's the nude
the
one,
outfit
right?
everyone is talking
Yeah,
about.
she wore like a see-through.
Lizzo
outfit.
is serving looks at Cardi B's 29th birthday party.
Oh, dude, I love it.
Cardi
I love
B's
you
only
breaking down
29.
fashion.
We're
Oh
Yeah,
my
Dalton's the host
God.
of Extra Pounds.
Yeah, dude.
you're listening to XXX
Instead
Ultra.
of TMZ, it's XXL.
It's XXL.
yeah.
Just you cutting through all
There
the
it
modern fashion for larger ladies.
Yeah. Now, what's with this big lady? What is she wearing?
Flappier titties than Aunt Jemima pancakes.
I was hoping.
See, everyone thought Joan Rivers' crown was forever on the ground. But you've lifted it and put it on your
Yeah,
head.
dude, I'm just roasting fashion now.
Yeah.
I'm just a catty Jew.
I
Unfortunately,
love it.
I'm ACAB, so I don't support the fashion police.
Oh.
Yeah, well, this is,
I was hoping her tits would be better because usually big girls have nice titties.
Not this one.
She just looks like that the guy, that big Hawaiian singer. Israel Kamehameha.
Yeah.
Wearing a see-through thing to a party is fucking bold.
It's already tacky.
It's already gross. but if you're like Precious size, it's extra gross.
Yeah, Precious.
It's just fucking insulting.
Like, come on.
Do you think anyone was off put by it?
Everybody.
Everyone was, but they had to act like it was stunning.
Well, they were like they're like, oh no, I'm very. Look.
yeah.
I can see everything.
I feel like I can smell it.
I'm sure everyone was looking at her. Yeah.
I bet to the touch it's clammy.
Oh, where did you get that? I have to have
Well,
it.
remember when Lizzo was like, I want to fuck Chris Evans? And then, like, Chris Evans had to be like, oh, cool.
It's my
but I'm sure he
favorite.
was, like, fucking disgusted.
Dude,
Like, come on,
That's a great point. That is a lot of people now where they're like, you know what sucks is when straight men don't understand that trans women like to have sex too. You're like, I'm not into that.
Yeah, because it's moved beyond acceptance. Like, you have to love it.
Yeah.
Like, it's not. You don't
if
have
Lizzo's
to accept
like, I
it.
want to suck your dick, you're like, I'm not into
let me-
that.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Are you racist? You're like,
Yeah.
no.
If some fucking
My
trans
penis
person,
is.
if some trans person said like, "Oh, well, you're transphobic if you don't have sex with me," I'm Team Turf. Me and Chappelle, dude.
But I would say if like someone's like, yeah, I'm into trans women, I'm like, fucking great, dude. That's great. I
Yeah.
don't have a problem that way.
It's cool.
Why is it if I don't want to be on board? That was the one where I didn't understand.
That was
Like,
somebody.
that argument. I was always like, why is it? Why can't I be like,
Somebody
no,
asked me-
thank you,
Yeah.
politely?
Somebody asked me, they were like, would you ever have sex with a trans woman? I was like, I don't think I would. And they were like, wow, you're pretty small-minded. And I'm like, the fact that I entertained that question at all.
I took it in.
Yeah.
I took it in and
The
thought
fact
about
that you
it and
didn't
went
beat that person
The
within
fact-
an inch of their life for even asking
Yeah.
that question.
That being said, fast forward 3 years, and you're like, I'm getting into this trans porn.
I
man.
mean, yeah.
You know, I found a lady who could love me like a man.
Yeah.
Y'all heard of Natalie Mars?
Yeah.
Look, man, the pandemic got to all of us in unidentifiable ways, and at one moment in time, yeah, I was dabbling in that section of the internet, but
You were learning your limitations.
yeah, dude,
Yeah.
I was,
Which everyone should be for.
Yeah.
Which I'm all for.
Yeah.
And Lizzo's learning her limitations fashion-wise.
Well, I don't think
Yeah.
she's learning.
Yeah.
It seems like she keeps pushing
and
the
her
limit.
heart is also learning its limitations.
At the walls of those hearts.
That's gonna be tight when she has a heart attack, and we all have to be like, "Damn, what
Or
happened?"
if she's singing something sassy during it, or she's like, and I'm the baddest bitch.
Yeah. I had a.
Lizzo, you all right? She's like, I'm the bat.
My left arm is numb.
Yeah.
You guys mind if I sit down during this song? Suck your man's dick. Eat a steak.
I just had a heart scan. Turns out I have 6 to 8 months.
Yeah. Dude, that's got it because it's not healthy.
Right.
Of course, it's not healthy, and I think that's the problem. Is like I would accept it, but I think the problem I think a lot of people have with Lizzo is her whole thing is like, and I'm also the sexiest, right?
Where you're like, no.
Yeah.
You guys say it like that.
Yeah.
It's like, please don't do this.
Please don't make me say this. She goes, am I the sexiest? And you're like, no.
She's basically she's like Jigsaw for most people. Like, you wanna
She
play a
lives her
game?
life like it's 3 a.m. at the bar.
Yeah. She goes, where are you
bitch.
going? Home. You go, it's 9 a.m. on a Tuesday.
Yeah, dude.
We're at the airport.
But I'm so high energy.
Yeah. That's always, I mean, that's always what cracks me up about people who, like, we all use humor as our like, identity, I guess you want to say. Like,
yeah.
we always try to be funny first.
Yeah.
Imagine trying to be sexy first all the time. I
God.
always think this is so weird because it's like that speed has to get old the fastest.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
And there's an expiration date on it too. for
Yeah.
most-
And the people that act that way know that.
Yeah.
Well, the people who are good at being sexy don't have to try. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, there are people where they just legitimately have a sexy energy to them.
Yeah,
I've
like-
seen women that I'm like, oh, you're going to be sexy your whole life, no
Yeah.
matter what you look like, because of how you carry yourself.
Yeah.
It's all
That Emily
attitude.
Ratajkowski
Yeah.
chick kind of, although she tries, but she's also
She
extremely
tries.
hot.
I was talking more like Leo DiCaprio. where it's
But
just
yeah, like Leo's
fuck
a guy
yeah.
where he's just going to be like always smoltry. You know,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
always just like, is that the right word?
Well, he went from boyish good
I
looks-
understood what you meant.
Yeah, I think we're speaking like.
Or like George
Yeah.
Clooney. He's
Yeah,
always
yeah.
like he's like so dapper.
Yeah.
Yeah, dapper. It's like people like that as opposed to people that are like ripped and then they're always like
Yeah.
Instagram models are very much like I'm so fucking hot.
Yeah.
Look at my butt. You could barely.
That's
look
like
at my butt.
that's definitely on like yeah, it's on a
This is really just
time.
men versus women, I think.
No, it's like Lizzo, either go for a walk or, I don't know, write a book.
Well, like Rebel Wilson got all in shape.
She
and then
got
people
hot.
got mad at her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, where's
Adele?
the fat Australian that I liked?
Yeah. Because speaking as a former fat guy, I got mad when Jonah Hill got skinny, though.
Thank God he got fat again.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? You were the best. Well, because I was in high school. I was a fat high schooler when Superbad came out, and I was like, representation.
Yeah,
You know what,
dude.
though?
You needed your Farley.
I needed a Farley.
This
I love
reminds-
Farley too, like deeply.
Yeah.
But Jonah Hill, I was like, that is me on screen, just a mean fat guy.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a mean fatty, and I love seeing it.
Finally, that's maybe what these woke people like. That was my Black Panther.
This
Fat
reminds
Panther.
me of
Fat Badther.
I forget. It was like a philosopher, I think.
Okay.
And he said, if you ain't got haters, what the fuck is you doing?
I think that was Cicero.
Yeah, I think,
That was in the Parthenon. They used to speak that.
yeah.
Well done, Dalton. I really thought you were reaching for someone. I really believe that. I was like, all right, let me try and help this guy out.
Yeah,
I was
Socrates nuts.
Yeah. How about play Tony Soprano?
Okay.
And he's like,
Hey, so there's a cave, right? And there's shadows on the cave, and you don't know if you see the shadows or not. What's the shadow? Is it real or is it not? You don't know.
It's the touchy philosopher.
yeah.
AJ, come on, look at the fucking shadows.
I didn't realize AJ was actually based on a real person.
Was he?
Yeah, Jay taught me about this. There's a documentary on Netflix about sports teams, and there was like,
Oh, yeah, that guy who bought his kid a hockey team.
yeah, that's the basis for Tony Soprano.
Yeah,
That guy.
AJ.
Really?
And that guy AJ who ran the team was the basis of AJ. Tony Soprano's son.
Yeah, I was listening to an NPR review of The Sopranos, and they were like, "Can we all agree that the AJ is the worst?" And they're like, "Yes." And I'm like, "No, he's like the perfect depiction of a high school male." I think.
Yeah, he's also the perfect depiction of a mafia boss's son.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Which Racine got furious at Shane and I when we brought this up on his Mafia podcast, but it's true. No Mafia Don, no successful man in the Mafia, I would say rarely do they have a son that's anywhere near their capability.
Yeah.
Well, no, because they don't.
They're all spoiled.
The closest is Sinatra Jr.
But that's not even,
I agree. No, I'm
and
with
he just
you.
went around singing his dad's songs.
But isn't
Why would
it?
Racine get mad at that?
Oh, he was joke man.
Oh, okay.
Because we were like Italian, we were.
What are you talking
Because
about?
he's a fucking dumb Italian. That's why.
Yeah.
Because he's a noodle slurping idiot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put my sauce all over you.
Yeah, that's good. I don't mind. He's got a good Racine.
Thanks.
Yeah.
It's not one that really pops, but people are like, "Hey, that was pretty cool."
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
One of my good friends. I heard that. I like that.
Yeah. So, come on. What about the other guy?
Yeah, but we were talking about Mafia Kids' sons, and they all suck. Because Saint Germain and Mike Lawrence went and watched Gotti in the theaters.
Hell yeah, dude! I bet that was a blast.
There was a laugh that was one of the hardest laughs I've ever heard in a movie theater. That absolutely was not intended to be a laugh.
Of course.
And it's in the beginning of the movie where they're showing like a cut of New York City in the 70s, and it's voiced over by John Travolta. He's like, New York City, blah, 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 blah. And then it goes to the end of the bridge, and it's John Travolta standing there as John Gotti, and he turns around and he goes, New York, my city. And everybody laughed. Yeah. Everybody was like, that's fucking hilarious.
I mean, that movie is like a mob movie from Entourage.
It is.
Well,
that's what I said. You know, it's directed by the guy that played Ian Entourage. I said that felt like a mafia movie you would see in the show.
Yeah, I felt like Vince was in it.
Yeah, they're like, Vinny's playing it with Gotti Jr.
Oh,
I good news, he's gonna do it.
you guys just did you guys all
I can't believe
watch
Turtle fucked Meadow just to tie this all
That's
around.
so
Turtle
cool.
Fuck Meadow?
Yeah, Turtle fucked Meadow.
Meadow
for
has
like a long
MS or some
time.
shit.
Was this in like a Mario
Yeah, she has
Brothers?
MS, Meadow Soprano. Sorry.
Like a Mario Brothers deviant art?
No, DeviantArt, like the sidebars on porn websites.
Yeah.
We were watching Homer Rail Mars.
I was introducing some fan fiction I wrote.
It was
He goes,
so it was a Koopa Troopa fucking Meadow
You
Soprano.
go, listen, in this world, Entourage and Sopranos are in the same thing. Vinny Chase flies back to Queens. While he's filming a movie, Turtle gets lost in New Jersey, meets with Meadow, home from college. Now, at this point, Christopher's not on the heroin. He's like,
Baby bro, you gonna do Cleva too?
yeah, dude. That fucking show, one of my friends just started watching it. It was like, I love it.
I've seen every episode.
Yeah.
It's fun to watch, man.
It's just like,
I've never watched it.
It's
really?
It's fun.
Let's do a watch along.
Okay.
All right, let's do an Entourage watch. You know what?
I'll do
it.
a watch along of the pilot with you guys.
Hell yeah!
watch
All
Entourage.
All right,
we're
that'll
gonna
be
start-
that'll be our bonus episode.
Oh yeah!
Yeah.
It's just basically like the whole show's like this. How good's my life? It's just,
Smell my fingers.
Smell my fingers.
Yeah.
Smell my fingers. The TV show.
That's what it was
watch it.
That was the pilot. That's what it was
pretty
called.
cool.
Smell my fingers.
You do watch, and you're like, I'll bet that life fucking rocks.
Oh my god, yeah, but they don't show the shitty parts of it that you don't like.
Yeah.
They don't ever.
It's male fantasy.
Yeah, it's all porn,
Of course.
Where it's like the guy, like porn just shows you like, oh, the relationship is established. They fuck. It's over. You're gone.
Yeah.
Entourage is like, he wants to do a movie. He did the movie. The movie's great. People love him. That's the episode. Yeah. And you're like, oh, cool.
But they did have the arc where they're
Just
like,
no
the movie
stakes.
didn't work, but then immediately, we got a movie that's good.
College Humor did a perfect sketch about it years ago with Bobby Moynihan in it, where he was like playing Turtle, where he's like, Vince isn't in the movie? And then like one thing, and he's like, Vince is back in the movie!
Oh,
and it was always
that was
like,
good, yeah.
they would always go, it's like the push
They
and
kind of
pull.
killed that show with that parody in a lot of ways.
Yeah,
Like, they
I'm
kinda-
waiting for someone just to do a Dan Soder parody. It's like, this is my stand-up. I miss my daddy. Here's a voice. daddy. And I'm like, all right, guys, I'm out. I'm going to go
That
teach.
was actually.
We're going to have to let you go from Billions.
Yeah.
This is too funny of a
I
parody.
got to move to Montana and become a history teacher.
Yeah, time to become a road dog. Dude.
Before everybody was like deconstructing comedy and trying to, peek behind the curtain, there was like a video some guy did years and years ago when everybody like really loved Louis, where he was making fun of Louis, but just doing what you just did, where he's just doing like the intonations of Louis.
yeah.
But he's doing like street jokes where he's like, "Why did the
J.L.
chicken
Colvin.
cross the
That's
road?"
really
J.L.
funny.
Colvin.
Is that who it is?
J.L. Colvin did his comedy school, and he did Louis doing street jokes. It's up on YouTube
It's.
still.
I remember really enjoying
That's
it.
really funny.
because
He does a perfect Louis.
Yeah.
J.L. Colvin's super talented. Like the
Okay.
impressions he does, but he also did a great Sebastian. He does like a bunch of great impressions.
Mm.
But the Louis one, he was like, why did the chicken cross the road?
He crossed
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. And it was,
Yeah.
it's up on YouTube. It's
Okay,
funny.
yeah.
Great.
Why did the chicken?
Because you just did the impression of yourself
Oh, yeah.
of that. Like you
I
really,
always do that to myself. I'm like,
That's so
oh,
fun.
I had a sad childhood. Blah, blah, blah. But I used to do me through the wall, where I would like everyone hearing my act through the wall. I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah. He should go up as yourself at Stick or Treat.
Yeah. oh, that would be great. Dan Soder is Dan
Yeah.
Soder.
oh my god.
Oh, well, I don't know. I just used to smoke when I was little.
This guy's spot on.
This guy nailed
Just
it.
deconstructing your own act.
Yeah.
The first 2 years of Stick or Treat, it was fun because comics were doing other comics and they didn't know until it was happening. And then you could just like at the creek, just like look over at the other comic and be like, is Tom McCaffrey cool with this?
Yeah, that's
like
funny.
you would see it
yeah.
because they didn't know. And you're like, I don't think he's cool with this.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah, they're not doing it this year. I'm trying
They're
to
not?
I'm trying to get a show together. It's like a makeshift, like bit show like that.
Yeah.
At Brooklyn Comedy Club. Thursday, August 28th at 8 p.m. Come. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
It'll be a lot of stuff just like what you heard. Like comics
That was
doing,
always the fun shit
people's
of
bits.
Dan St. Germain and Mike Lawrence used to have the Woodshed open mic, and then they would do. There were so many wrestling fans that were comics. They did Woodshed WrestleMania.
Hell yeah.
And every comic would come and either do their favorite wrestler or a made-up wrestler or another comic as a wrestler.
Yeah, that
Who would you have
I
chosen?
love bit shows like that.
Yeah.
They're fun.
Very fun.
Because everyone has so much more fun than at a regular show.
Yeah,
Those
we
are
show up and you
amazing.
do something and you're like, oh, I watched this person do that. And
Yeah.
sometimes people murder in ways where you're like, oh, shit, that was...
I've seen comics go up at Stick or Treat and kill in a way I never see them kill
Yeah.
as themselves. or
My
whatever.
favorite roast battle I ever did was that Halloween County Fight Club where I was Roseanne.
That's great.
That was so fun.
Yeah, I think that's comedy's like you should do silly fun shit like that. It
I'm
should be
with you.
cool.
I think like stand up should just be about having fun on stage. Like we get in a lot of arguments about like the craft and what it really is and not.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
like,
some jack off bullshit. Though.
exactly. I'm just
Yeah.
like, as long as you're having fun on stage and the audience is having fun, it's comedy.
That's
was
why
I
I
think
tell
it's so-
comics, like, no matter how they did on stage, I said, hey, you look like you had a lot of fun up there.
That really is.
Jesus.
that is my ultimate. I get that a lot.
Dude, when you get that,
hey,
you go
man,
like,
you did
oh,
your thing.
Yeah, I get good energy.
Hey, keep it up.
yeah.
Black comics telling you did your thing
Oh.
means you fucking hate it.
Oh,
Yeah, you did your thing. You're
dude,
like,
one of the first time I ever did, like one of the first times I ever did like a black room at an open mic, Donnell dropped in into like 20 minutes in the middle of the open mic.
murdered.
Murdered. And then
Never seen that guy miss.
yeah, and then a black woman went after him. She bombed, and I was like, well, I'm doomed because I went up after her, and I mean, sucked the air out. They just a sea of black faces, which was just floating teeth.
But they weren't smiling.
They weren't smiling.
So you didn't even see it.
They like chimpanzees were baring their fangs at me.
I mean, I think that comparison might get you in
Oh,
trouble.
whoops. I did it again. This is the same thing happened that night. God damn it.
You go, stepped in it again.
Yeah, whoops.
This is where you guys need the studio audience noise.
Yeah.
Oh, hell no.
They would have like that little like fade to black like for a commercial. Do do do.
To be continued.
Yeah.
And then it comes back and the chair's empty. Yeah, sorry, guys.
Dawn's audience that night was kind of a fade to black.
All right.
How did I take all the heat on Dalton?
I
feel like I absorbed. I jumped on Dalton's
You
bomb.
really did. You just jumped on that grenade.
That was like the Hurt Locker.
I was trying to think of the lyrics to Fade to Black, but all I could get was the lyrics to one.
Yeah.
So,
fucking my iced coffee's leaking all over this sweet.
that's
Don't worry about it, dude. We'll buy a new studio,
I
dude.
can't remember anything. Can't tell if
That's
this
one, though.
Yeah, I know. I couldn't think
By
of Fade to
Metallica?
Black. What it has Fade to Black? Are we okay?
Do we have time to sing? Do we have time?
Do we have time
Folks,
to sing Metallica?
The edible's kicking in.
Do we have time to sing a song we don't remember?
Yeah, this is actually one of Dalton's segments. I half remember a song. All right,
I don't
here we
remember it
go.
at all. I remembered a different song.
So what happened? Did you eat it on the Donnell show? How'd you
It wasn't
do
a show. It was an open mic.
Oh, okay.
I said it. The black people hated me, and they
Oh.
bared their fangs at me, and
Our show this week was an all-black audience. They were all
dude, they really were. They all worked for State
They
Farm.
worked for State Farm.
Really?
My
When you get a
contact-
company out, it's great. 'Cause
They were fun.
They never laugh hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some of them were heckling and crushing with the heckle because
Oh, dude, that guy was cracking me
Oh,
up.
he was very funny. My contact fell out halfway through my set, and he was just like, "Get right." And I was like, "That is so generous. Thank you, sir."
Get
I
right.
think at one time he was like, "Yo, I'm Batman, you Robin," and I was just like, "Dude, this guy rules."
Yeah,
That's awesome. Just to fucking come in an alpha guy on stage.
My whole time I was just thinking, please don't call me gay. Please don't call me gay. I have nothing for this if he calls me gay.
Dude, and there was a guy in the front who was a black guy who looked like Terrence Howard, and I just kept calling him Terrence. And then at one point I was like, "Oh fuck, dude, I don't know what your name actually is. I've just been calling you Terrence."
I went up there, he looked way more like Cuba Gooding Jr., by the way.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
I
you
guess
know
you
how
really
they all
had to
look
be
alike.
there.
Folks, to get
You
our
guys just keep stepping back in it.
come to the next Brooklyn School, actually.
Yeah.
It's part of the New York
Yeah,
Comedy
if you're
Festival.
white,
Oh,
come to
yeah.
Brooklyn School.
November 14th,
please.
6
Dan,
p.m.
do you have anything you want to plug?
DanSoder.com for live dates and the bonfire. Listen to it.
Please, everyone, also come to Laugh It Up. We should maybe do a segment at the top of the
Poughkeepsie.
show. Yeah, Laugh It Up.
We're gonna be at Laugh It Up Poughkeepsie.
You guys are going to do Laugh It Up.
the
Fuck
weekend
yeah.
after
Yeah.
Skankfest.
Yeah, take the train up to Poughkeepsie.
Yes.
See the Loud Boys.
Also,
You
we
guys-
have a great guest for Skankfest. I'm so excited.
Oh,
Can we
yeah.
announce it, do you think?
No,
I
not
don't
yet.
know. It's a
Not yet.
surprise.
Can you
Yeah.
tell me off air?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, we'll
Yeah.
do. It's Bill Cosby.
Damn.
Yeah.
Dude, Cosby would be a monumental get for Skankfest.
Everyone
they
thought,
somehow-
everyone thought that Lewis, because Lewis was like, I got a big
Here's
special
what-
guest.
here-
I
I
can't
knew what the
announce."
special guest was. It wasn't Cos. It
Was
wasn't
it
Cos.
Fred Durst?
No, I didn't.
That's what I
Here's
thought.
how we approach if we get Cosby for anything. We put him in the like a straight jacket and a dolly with the
Hannibal
the
Lecter?
Hannibal Lecter style. And we wheel him out on stage. We sit him in his chair in the jacket with the Hannibal Lecter mask.
with his fog eye just
Yeah.
staring everywhere.
And-
I can smell your cum, Clarice.
Yeah.
What did he say to you? What did multiple Migs say to you? He said, I can smell your cunt. Funny. I cannot.
The silence of Camille.
Instead of red dragon, it's red pudding.
Yeah.
Red pudding.
Yeah, man, him showing up like that that would be the most metal
That'd be
introduction.
cool, right?
That'd be tight.
How
dude.
would, you know how you would have to start it off to really fucking give like the effects.
Stone Cold music.
I mean, that would be badass. But I would say be like a PA announcement. At this time, we will remove every drink in the venue. And then you come through and take the drink. They're like, why are they taking our drinks? And they're like, ladies and gentlemen, a special Loud Boys podcast.
Yeah, it's us. It's on us.
And he's wheeled in. And then, because you can do the reveal of him coming up.
It's me, Houston. Blah, 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 blah.
And he's just like thrashing, and we're like, down, Cosby,
Down! William.
Sorry,
I want
guys.
all the pussy. I want all the sleepy pussy.
We give out like a tarp like Gallagher, but
I mean, in the splash zone?
Yeah.
Guys, watch out. Cover your drinks in the splash zone.
Who's ready for the pillow magic?
Who's ready to wake up with Bill?
How great if he did like a hack morning
If
radio
you did
show.
a podcast called Wake Up with Bill.
Yeah. But I'm saying like morning zoo radio.
Yeah.
It's like, what's good morning, Philadelphia? It's Bill in the morning waking up with cows.
You're listening to Wake Up with Bill on the Steve Harvey Radio Network.
It's me and Scooter and Eliza talking about Squid Game.
Do you think Steve Harvey was stoked Bill Cosby went down?
Yes.
That was like probably his chief rival in a weird way, you know?
Where someone just walked in and he had his chair, he had the back of his chair to them.
Yeah.
And they go, "It's done." And he turns around and he goes, "Fantastic."
He's under that all green suit that he just posted.
That it's mine. It's all mine.
Yeah.
I love the idea
It's
of,
like the end scene of There Will Be Blood where he's just alone. He's like, "Mr. Harvey, Cosby is taken care of.
No, it's over. It's
done."
You understand? This is my shake. You put something in it, I drink it up. I don't fall asleep.
You have a church, and I have a church.
Yeah. Dude.
survey says I drink your milkshake.
What is something that can be put in your drink that makes you sleepy?
There will be feud.
Dude, that's awesome.
I am a game show man. And as a game show man, I hope you won't mind a simple game show man speak.
You don't like my suits, but I don't care.
Dude, he is the Harvey Cosby rivalry might be one that we have to make up for the history.
This sounds like a great prequel
Tupac
HBO
and
series.
Biggie. Harvey Cosby.
This might be Our Many Saints in Newark.
Yeah, this could be the Hatfield and McCoys of suited black comedy.
Yes.
We just walk into HBO, three white guys.
Yeah.
All right, here's our pitch, and sit down.
Yeah.
You're going
Now, I think getting the IP for the Bill Cosby rights is going to be tough. But if we can do it, this show will fly. This bird's got wings, HBO.
just like
They're like, we make a separate Harvey series and a separate Cosby
to build up?
series, and we do, we do a
crossover?
Godzilla vs. Kong-esque fucking big IMAX.
except they're both Kong.
All right.
I'm going to buy you guys a soundboard just so you can have that studio audience.
Godzilla vs. Cos.
Godzilla.
Sleepy.
They also chain him to a fucking boat to get him out to America.
Is this necessary
I'm blind and I don't know where
for
I
the
am.
story?
That move is still the funniest thing I've ever seen. in my
Oh,
life.
dude, when he's walking out of the courthouse,
He goes, "Huh."
he does
My
that.
favorite is he went, hey, 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 too, when he was walking out of the courthouse, right?
Dude.
No one else can do their catchphrase walking out, you know? Like, there's not a lot of people that notorious with catchphrases, you know? It's like if Dahmer had a who's like, hey, did I do that?
Munch till you snooze. All right, I'm out of here.
Yeah, well, J.J. Walker got a parking ticket, and he was like, dynamite! And the judge was like, you still have to pay it.
I'm going to give you 45 days in jail for that.
He's like, fuck, I should have teased it and be like, if you want me to pay, I could pay it, or I could say dynamite.
You want me to say dynamite? We get out of here? Everybody gets an early lunch? Cos versus Harvey, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I'm a dawn of justice.
We're currently writing out the Cosby.
Justice is the name of the woman that's been asleep in Cosby.
She didn't see Dawn.
Dawn is missing.
Dawn is missing, yeah.
Dude, this is the Marvel universe that they need in the comedy world.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Lord, Cos raped another one.
All right,
Oh,
All right, Playboy. I see you took down another woman.
Fucking Pryor's like Lex Luthor.
Yeah,
He's like,
dude,
I'm pitting them against each other.
Yeah.
Don't you understand that Pryor wants us to fight because we're not as strong when we're against each other, Steven?
Oh, they team up at the end.
It's all Billions writing.
What if I told you that the enemy of my enemy is my friend?
Oh, yeah. Paul Giamatti's in this movie, too, by the way.
100%.
Yeah.
As Harvey's manager.
Yeah. Here's what we're going to do.
Yeah. dude.
Steve, I got you a suit with bulletproof vests.
Did you think that my suit was ever not bulletproof, Bill?
His kryptonite.
I don't know why I'm doing Cosby as Harvey. I'm mixing them up.
I don't know.
This is why we got to make the movie. Dude.
I don't know which one to shoot.
They're both so whimsical.
Yeah. They both have great substance.
Thank God the police are here to kill both of them.
Thank God our justice system's broken, and one of them will go away for a nonviolent crime.
Oh no, another unarmed black man shot by the police.
Oh no, my hands are up. Don't shoot.
Man.
If Cosby got shot by the police, would the news be like, well, that's a mulligan. We're just not going to cover this in any direction.
They would have to swap out the George Floyd statue in Union Square for Cosby.
We're bringing in the cause, full sweater.
He's dancing.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Well,
did we do it?
is that
We blew it.
Oh, yeah, that's an hour.
We did it.
So that's
Phew.
the free one.
Yeah, we do a Patreon, too. I don't know if you want to stay or if you have to go somewhere, Dan. But
I can stay for a little bit. How long's your Patreon?
3
It's
hours.
an hour, too. But
It's
you can
an
feel free to
hour.
leave in the middle
What, you
of
do
it.
another hour?
Yeah.
You guys just go back to back?
We
Yeah.
do.
Hell yeah, I can stay for a little bit.
Well,
Okay,
yeah.
cool. All
Yeah.
right, well, that's been the show. Please see it at Laugh It Up Poughkeepsie, second weekend of November. Come to my show, Possession, at Brooklyn Comedy Club, August 28th. We're going to do the Halloween roast battle, me and Dalton, on the 31st at the Stand. And
Shirt.
And that was
Shirts.
Brooklyn's cool, November 14th.
Yeah.
And then Billions. it was
Billions.
called.
Oh, yeah, Billions.
Showtime. DanSoder.com.
Great. Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
Bye.
What a nightmare.